Afternoon, everyone. This is my topic of three proposed arguments. National defense theory. According to these arguments, certain industries such as weapons, aircraft, and petroleum are vital to a nation's defense. Theory of national defense. According to this argument, there are industries that are very important to a nation's defense, such as weapons, aircraft, and petrol. If a nation cannot self-sufficient in these things, it will become weak in wartime. Therefore, industries related to national defense must be protected and developed. Importance. This theory suggests that a country must have a strong industrial base to ensure its security. Example, efforts to promote local production of weapons and military equipment are example of this. Infant industry theory. It is believed that new domestic industries should be protected from foreign competitions for so long so that they will have a chance to develop. Industry theory. It believes that a country's new industries must be protected from a competition with foreign companies. This protection must continue until industries are able to develop and grow. Reason. New industries are often not ready to compete with big companies from other countries. Protection method. Government may impose tariffs of quotas to prevent imported products from damaging local industry objective. Once the industry is stable, protection must be removed so that it can compete globally. Anti-dumping theory means that a company is selling products overseas at cheaper prices than what they are selling in their own country. Anti-dumping theory allows governments to impose penalties against companies that do so. Goal: to protect local businesses from unfair competitions. Method tariffs of taxes can be imposed on products sold at dumping prices to increase their price and make them more fair to local products. These three theories relate to how a country manages its economy to protect its interests and its business. The three proposed arguments. Disadvantage. Increased cost to consumers. One of the most important disadvantage of trade restrictions is that it will increase the price of products if government puts trade barriers. To trade important products will be more expensive. What does that mean? If we put in place trade barriers such as tariffs, tax on imported products, foreign products will become more expensive. Stores will be forced to raise prices of products, impacting shoppers. Increased cost to domestic suppliers. The increased cost to domestic suppliers. Consumers are not the only ones affected by rising prices due to trade barriers. Businesses supplying materials to local industries will also struggle. Why man? If the prices of imported materials go up because of trade barriers, the local businesses that use them will also have to pay more. This will make their business difficult. Less competition. The less competition, trade barriers can diminish competition from external companies. This means shoppers have very little choice. Why is competition important? The more companies sell a product, the more they try to provide a cheaper and better product. When the company is small, they have little reason to lower prices or improve their product. Escalations. The escalations growth in problem. If one country imposes trade restrictions, it's possible that other countries will take the same step. This is damaging the global economy. What's going to happen? If countries impose trade barriers, international trade will shrink. Businesses will have a harder time selling their product abroad, and consumers will have a harder day buying products from the outside. This is going to make everything worse. Free trade. Free trade is a system of trade between countries where government has set no restrictions or limitations on importing or exporting products, meaning companies and people from different countries can exchange products that are less complicated or expensive because of taxes or regulation. Example of free trade, European Economic Area, EEA. An example in which many European countries agree to do business freely with each other. North American Free Trade Agreement. An agreement between Canada, Mexico, and the United States to remove barriers to trade. World Trades World Trade Organization. Most countries are now members of the World Trade Organization. WTO is an organization that manages trade agreements between countries to ensure that business is as fair and free as possible. Features of free trade. Features of free trade is a system through which countries can exchange goods and services without barriers such as taxes or limits quotas. The aim of this is to make trade between countries easier and cheaper. Features in free trade: no tax on products. Understanding if free trade, there will be no tax on products imported from other countries. Example, if the Philippines and Japan agree on free trade, cars coming from Japan will no longer be paid hefty taxes upon arrival in the Philippines. The same bananas that come from the Philippines won't be paid hefty taxes when they arrive in Japan. We tax on services. In services without taxes, understanding the same product services provided abroad are no longer taxable or taxable. Example, if an Indian company provided IT services to America, they would no longer be charged with high taxes, with trade distorting policies. Understanding this means that there are no laws or regulations that can bring advantage to a company or group. Example, if government does not give subsidy to rice farmers, then they are not superior than other farmers in foreign country. Where regulation of trades. Understanding you can sell anywhere without much paperwork or license required. Example, a businessman in Davao can sell his product anywhere is in Asia without having to take multiple permits. Where regulation or market information. Access to market information. Understanding you can easily get information about the market such as price and demand. Example, a businessman can immediately find out how much the price of mango in America is via the internet. Inability of firm to distort market through government understanding. Not a single company can control pricing or supply because they are protected by the government. Example, without a telecommunication company given a monopoly to the government, many companies would stand up and provided better services at a cheaper price. Trade agreements which encourage free trade. Understanding agreements between countries to facilitate free trade. Example, the Asian Free Trade Area is an agreement between Southeast Asian countries to abolish taxes and regulation on trade. Why is free trade why is free trade important? Free trade helps boost the economic because there are more business opportunities, cheaper products, and more jobs. However, we also need to watch out for its negative effects, such as in unemployment in industries that cannot compete.